So the Los Angeles Lakers get started for the second part of their season, and honestly, the Lakers, they are in a good position to really move up the standings. The Lakers headed into the break, I know with that disappointing loss against the Jazz, but overall, they were playing some of their best basketball, so you just pin it to a schedule loss. But overall, this team is still in good standing. Luka Doncic is getting comfortable. Of course, he is a Laker. I still can't believe it. And this Lakers team, they're starting to build good habits and they're starting to get healthy, which is the number one thing. I mean, they just put out their injury report against the Hornets, which is their next game, and it was like the shortest injury report the Lakers had in a while. They are going to be healthy. As you know, LeBron James, he's going to in all likelihood play in this game. He wisely took the time off. He didn't play in the All-Star game because he wants to get his body right. And LeBron, prioritizing the second part of the season because the Lakers are going to need him to be at his best. So he's officially questionable with left foot soreness, but he's going to play. And then Maxi Kleber, he's out with right foot surgery recovery. So that's really the only Laker who's going to be out. So this Lakers team, they can start to get in a rhythm. And of course, all eyes are going to be on Doncic. This is going to be Luka Doncic's third game with the Lakers, as he's had a couple of games against the Jazz. He made his Laker debut on February 10th. And although he didn't shoot it well, I thought Luka did a lot of good things in terms of his facilitating, him getting active on the glass. He was 5 for 14 from the field. And then again, in that other game against the Jazz, he did score 2 more points, but still trying to find his rhythm from the field. Shot 6 for 13, 3 for 4, 3 for 8 from 3, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I'm not worried. I think Luka, we got to remember, he's coming off a calf injury, so it's going to take him a while to get his body right and for him to get back to being the Luka Doncic that we know him for being. So I think this break was actually perfect for him because this gave him another extra week to rehab, to recover, and get back to game speed. He played 24 minutes in the first game back, 23 minutes in the second game back. I would think we're going to see him now closer to that 30-minute mark in his third game back, and that's going to only increase as he continues to get more comfortable with his teammates, as we started to see already the chemistry played out there, him and Austin Reeves. That's going to be this team's backcourt. Of course, the chemistry we're starting to see with him and LeBron. So unfortunately for the Lakers, they didn't get that trade to go through for Mark Williams, and it's funny because they're actually playing the Hornets next, and that trade would have been huge for the Lakers because this team, they do need that center, and they're now going to heavily rely on Jackson Hayes, although, at least Christian Wood is now back in the mix, so we'll see what he can provide. So center is still going to be that glaring hole because the Lakers are going to be thin there, but you look at outside of that, this Lakers team still stacks up nicely. You're going to have Luka, Austin Reeves, who's been playing really well, Rui, who's going to, in all likelihood, remain in the starting lineup, and LeBron. And then, you are going to have Dalton Connect, who's still on this team after the trade didn't go through. He's somebody who I thought impressed during All-Star Weekend. And, he's had his moments with this team where he can shoot very well, and hopefully he can be more consistent in the second part of the season. Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Koloko is going to still be asked to, fill in for in some minutes, and then you got Markieff Morris. And then of course their big pickup, going back to the center being thin, and I forgot to mention him, is Alex Len. And I think it's a lot for Len right now. I think Lakers fans expected Len to come out of the gate and already be impactful. He had 7 rebounds and 4 points and didn't have the best of debuts, but again, that is a new player that they're integrating in the system. I think he does give this team a big body, which is what they need at this point, but hopefully with Christian Wood coming back into the mix, the Lakers can get more productivity from their front court. But overall, this is the Lakers team going forth, right? The trade deadline is behind us. They made the pickup of Alex Len. This is going to be the team that is going to be expected now to make a run and to make some noise in the West. And when you look at the Lakers, they were playing well. This was a team that is 8-2 in their last 10, and minus that Jazz loss, this has been a team that has played its best stretch of basketball on both ends. They're 32-20. A lot of Lakers fans would take that at this point of the season. And they're the 5th seed. And when you look at the Lakers, they're only a half a game back of the Rockets for that 4th seed. And then they're 3 games back of the Nuggets for that 3 seed. So theoretically, the Lakers, they could still get as high as number 2. Like, obviously, nobody's catching the Thunder, who are in a league of their own right now. But they could get as high as 2 in this last part of the season. And, you know, they got the Hornets out of the break. They should be able to take care of business against them. Then they got the Blazers on Thursday. But then the big one's going to be Saturday. And this is the one that I'm sure a lot of Lakers fans have circled on their calendars, because this is the team that has always caused them problems, right? They cannot solve Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. And obviously that has been a team that has stood in their way in the postseason the last couple of years. And that is a team that has always been their Achilles heel. And let's face it, like during the LeBron James Lakers tenure, the one team that has constantly caused problems to this Lakers squad has been the Nikola Jokic-led Nuggets. So how are the Lakers going to look in that matchup? Because now we got a new rendition of this matchup. We got Luka on the Lakers. You know, how big of an impact is he going to have now in this matchup? And at this point, he's going to have 2 more games under his belt. He should be fully ready. Like, his workload should be 100% at this point. But the flip side of that is, who is going to potentially stop or try to stop Jokic? Like, Jokic can have a feast. There's no AD, and now you're asking Alex Len to try to guard Joker and obviously Jackson Hayes and company. So that is going to be the biggest thing. It's like the Lakers, they're already lacking with their big men. How are they going to look now against the Nuggets, who have Jokic, who has tormented this franchise over the last couple of years? So that is an important matchup to look for. And then the Lakers are going to enter a pretty difficult stretch, because they got the Nuggets, they got the Mavs, the Timberwolves, Clippers again before they have the Pelicans. So that stretch right there, I think we're going to learn a lot about this Lakers team. We're going to learn about, okay, is this team legitimate in terms of, can they actually compete in the West this season? Or is this a team that they still have to fill their holes? Because this team is nowhere near being perfect, but I think that stretch is going to give us a good glimpse of where this team stands for this season. A lot of people think the Lakers can be contenders. A lot of people think the Lakers are not contenders, and they're going to have to use this offseason to kind of bridge the gaps and obviously go out and get a true big. But I think the Lakers can show us during this stretch if they are that team. And look, I have high hopes for the Lakers. I think as long as you got Luka Doncic, I know it's cliche to say, but as long as you got Luka healthy, you're going to have a chance. And what does help the Lakers is they've had success against OKC. That's the team you got to beat. And Luka, like, he's owned OKC. Let's call it for what it is. So, like, as long as Luka can return to Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic from what we saw earlier this season, LeBron gets his body right, and they just manage with their front court for now, and you know, they get productivity from guys like Alex Len, Christian Wood, and Jackson Hayes. Like, this Lakers team could make things interesting, because I still do like their depth. I do like their defense. I think their rotations are nice and sturdy, especially when you go up against some of these other really good Western Conference teams. But again, I think the biggest concern is just that front court depth, that center depth, and we'll see if they're able to overcome it. But it should be exciting, Lakers fans. I mean, Luka Doncic, I mean, he's going to be guns a-blazing. Like, this is his time to shine with LeBron. We're going to see those two in the postseason in all likelihood, and the Lakers just try to position themselves well in the West. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. This is a brand new channel, Lakers Logic, going to bring you Lakers content on the daily. So make sure you guys help me grow this channel so we can get to 1K and I can monetize this channel. That would be super, super helpful. So all your support is greatly appreciated. That is it for me. And I will catch you all again in the next one.